it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike, 45. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. You never read. You never.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
They're on 23-yard line.
Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 29, Foles. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Perriman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on second and long. Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Foles. It's complete to Chris Conley. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
You know, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking to throw on second down. Foles. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Foles. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. Well, we said after the turnover on downs, that's almost guaranteed points the other way. But I guess they weren't listening to the broadcast because they did not cash in for any. Good job to step up defensively.
We get that a lot, don't we? Where we hear a lot of people say they just don't listen to the broadcast. They feel like it works out better for them. It certainly did for this defense, didn't it? They didn't listen. They responded and shut them down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. 17 yards on the pickup. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Foles. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Foles now, 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And now look at him go. 30, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much, Lester?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This is Fournette. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it's complete. What a catch at the 7.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Calais Campbell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here. Just
looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he... taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's get off the field.
Winston now. Being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. 4th down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So you want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. They're going to look to throw. And able to find Conley. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. Side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kentrell Bryce picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
We got this. At their own 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 16 yards, a first down. Foles now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eluded. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long.
Hey, Haywood!
Now back to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Fournette. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And now running right through it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. He'll look to throw. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. It's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. 44's Mike, 44's Mike. Come on. Let's go, let's get this ball.
Jameis now on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. Still going. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Let's go.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
This is caught, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jason Pierre-Paul make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Foles. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, 78 yards. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Let's go now.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Black, can you do that? It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Winston lost the football. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. That's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
We got 6.
Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And now nothing nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That's how you score.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession.
A pass complete here to Conley. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
I know you felt that one.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. Foles. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston here to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Foles. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Again, it's Jones. Spins away.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Yeah, it's fun.